everyone. So if you've been following my journey at all over the last 3 weeks since I started my YouTube channel, you know that I'm still at the very beginning. So if you, just throwing this out there, if you want to support me and help me boost my visibility and my confidence while I work on building a community so that I can help other people, like hopefully lots in some way, maybe like you, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, maybe like this, and you can comment and let me know if this is actually helpful to you, since that's my whole point of being here. So I briefly mentioned in a few of my other videos, I have a couple others, they're pretty bad and they're meant to be right now at the beginning, and that's okay. And I'm learning a lot though from a couple people, but one particular one has been really instrumental in helping me as I'm in this first year of launching my new business. I have no experience or background in starting a business. I come from corporate, and so this is all really, really scary, and it's a huge learning curve. So today I wanted to introduce you to this amazing mentor, and one of them, but she's kind of the main one, the first one. Her name. And so whether you've just started a business, or you're like struggling to grow one, or you're just curious to learn more about what it's like and what it takes, if you want to not only make more money, but you want to do it authentically and in alignment with your values, you need to go check her out like right as soon as this video is over, okay? So let me just give you a rundown. If you've never heard of her, she's a 43-year-old queer Black female venture capitalist. She lives in LA. She's originally from Houston. And she pretty much up until the age, I think, of 35, she pretty much had nothing to her name. She was in debt, and she was homeless for a while, sleeping on the floor of airports. She has this whole crazy story. It's so hard to believe if you see her now and how far she's come in such a short time. So anyway, she has a crap load of really meaty, free, practical business resources. So like, if you're starting from zero, she wants to help underrepresented and underestimated groups make like 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then 7 figures. So yeah, like I've learned so much just from listening to lots of episodes of Your First Million podcast. And if you're looking for something more visual, and you can do right here after this, I'll probably put the link to her YouTube channel in here, because she has a lot of really good tips and gems that she's really been growing her YouTube channel a lot lately, and those videos are really good. So, and actually I'm learning how to do my videos now with her help, which is very cool. So yeah, so after you do all that, if you decide to check her out and you vibe with her style and her message and all that, but you want to go deeper and you want to do it like a lot faster, she offers something called Your First Million Masterclass through her online school, which is called arlansacademy.com, ARLANSACADEMY.com. I'll link it down in the notes. And she's taught over like 25,000 students, over like 30 different courses she has in there. So what she teaches has been like really incredible for helping me feel less overwhelmed and a lot more confident in this like first year, very early in my first year. It's been almost weeks, like months almost, but even half of that time doesn't even count right now because I had a family emergency that stopped everything. So it's helped me figure out what I want to do. And then it explains to me how to do that. And then it tells me what to do next. And it's just really been helping me feel more in control as I'm trying to like navigate very unpredictable and roller coaster like and lonely this first year. So it's literally like $1 a day, $1, $30 a month. You pay a month up front, and there's no commitment. You can cancel anytime. And so, for $1 a day, it's pretty much risk-free, right? So I know you might be thinking like, okay, so you get what you pay for. So how valuable can this be? But she does not, I just need to tell you that she does not offer this program for the money. Like, she definitely makes money, and she knows how to do that, and she does do that, and she does want to grow that, because she is going to do really, and it already is doing really amazing things with that money, right? So the more she has, the more she can keep helping other people and other businesses and making the world better, right? So, and she offers really high level programs and offerings and stuff like that that cost like 5 figures a month. And like she has a mastermind group called like Inner Circle that someday I'll be a part of. When I'm making more money and everything, but she really believes that people who pay attention, right? So it's just like human nature. Like, think about it for, you know, if you see something, if you don't pay for something, you're less motivated to do the thing, right? And she wants people to pay attention. She wants people to actually follow through on this, right? But with this particular course, so that's why it's not free, okay? But it's like so affordable that like it's accessible to anybody, right? So she's not gatekeeping anything in this, right? She's sharing knowledge and guidance in a really accessible to anyone way because it aligns with her high purpose, her big why, her core mission, which is basically to empower as many entrepreneurs as possible to achieve their grand ambitions with engaging, ethical, and enjoyable online strategies, quote unquote. She like really just wants to help you win, right? So, and I truly, sincerely believe that. And there are no ulterior motives here. Okay, so I'm just passing that along, and I'm pretty skeptical. Okay, so yeah, she's the real deal. So, you know, if you're trying to build your own business and everything, and everything, that's what she did, and she's passing that info along. And she hit her personal $1 million, and she wants, like, that's why it's called, her brand is like your first million. But her goal is to like make like 1,000 millionaires like over the next 10 years or whatever, who, you know, she's going to help in some way, right? And it could be way more than that, right? Like, doesn't just have to be 1,000, it could be 10,000, you know, but that's her mission for now, right? At least. So yeah, so the reason I'm doing this video is to help carry out her mission, because this is something I believe in and I'm striving to do in my own business, which is basically pass along things that I know to other people who are maybe struggling or learning and want to do the same things for the same reasons that I do. And so this is just a pass it along mentality or whatever, that it just hopefully can gain momentum and keeps going and going. And before you know it, it's spread like wildfire, right? So this has really helped a lot of people, including myself. And if there's, just in case there's anyone watching this who's looking for help with the same things, but you don't know who to trust, or you don't know where to learn from, or where to look, or whatever, because there's just like this content Niagara Falls of options and information overload, and it's like so overwhelming that you just freeze and you shut down, like me, and it just becomes too much, right? And then I get stuck, I can't move forward, I get frustrated, down on myself and stuff, because I'm not able to move toward the things I really, really want, right? So having found this person and this one thing has made it so much, the clarity is like crazy for me. The overwhelm came down, and I just really feel like I'm in good hands here. Doesn't mean I don't listen to other people. I do, and I'm going to keep expanding that. But for right now, this is the best way for me to start. So there's so much to learn, but she breaks it down into like really small, impactful chunks, so it's not overwhelming, and it doesn't require a big time commitment, and it's totally self-paced, right? And so the best part is that she shares strategic, actionable, and relevant things to whatever stage of your entrepreneurial journey you're on. Like from the I have no freaking idea what I can do and no ideas, to like moving then step by step right up to helping you make your first $1 million, or whatever your goal is, right? So she shows and she tells you exactly how to get started and then what to do next, right? And she like for this masterclass course, she adds to it. She updates the content regularly so it stays fresh, so you don't have to worry about it being updated. Sometimes like I'm actually really concerned about like learning new things, because I just really want to get the best information. I want it to be the most updated, the most, you know, the best info or whatever, so I can accelerate my business path and hit my big goals sooner and easier and faster. And I'm assuming that's what most of us want. So that's why I wanted to pass this along in case it's helpful to you. So like, here's the thing. Even with access to everything you need, like right at your fingertips, she will be the first one to tell you that that's not what's going to make you successful. That is going to help you make you successful. But you know, the part you really need to do, if you found the stuff and you know what to do, is you just need to like not stop. There's no excuses left why you can't succeed. You have all these tools, right? You want to do it. Don't stop. Set your own pace. If it's slow, if it's inch at a time, if that's what you can maintain, just keep going, right? And so she believes the reason that most businesses fail is simply because they give up too soon. They didn't want to wait long enough, or they just weren't patient enough to understand that everything that they were doing even when there was nothing to show, they were building a tiny bit of this at a time. So, gotta stop this. I will pause this here. I'll be right there. Oh, you're open. Okay, sorry about that. Had to stop. Kid came home from school, door was locked. Chimney guy suddenly put up a ladder outside this window where I'm sitting here talking to myself. And now I felt really conspicuous, so I had to close the window, which means I lost some light. And now I'm talking lower. Anyway, let me see how this ends up happening, because I'm not used to doing this when there's other people around. So like, I get really self-conscious even if it's like my own family, but you know what? It's good for me to challenge that and try to work around that. So where was I? So yeah, so just to reiterate, the don't stop, just keep going, even when it looks like nothing's happening, is the most important part to you reaching your goals and getting that thing that you're working so hard to get. Okay? Just don't stop too soon. Sheila's like, and this was really important to hear her say that to me, because I feel like I'm the kind of person that just like needs instant results, right? Like I need to see the results as soon as possible. And the unfortunate aspect of being like starting a business and growing it and everything little by little is that a lot of people just don't get that, right? Like there'll be little glimpses eventually. Like at the beginning, there's almost nothing, right? And then so you start to see little tiny glimpses here and there, and then it's like nothing again, right? And you're like, oh, I guess that's not happening. And then you just keep sticking with it and don't stop. And the stuff that's happening under the surface that you can't see right now, that you're putting all this effort into or whatever, you just hang in there long enough and it's gonna start, right? And then once it does, you just keep going, and then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, I'm so glad I didn't stop. Now I am not to that point yet, so I'm really crossing my fingers on this or whatever, but I trust Arlan and I'm gonna keep doing what she says, and it makes a lot of sense. And I know so many other people who've been through the same thing, and so yeah, I don't know if you were thinking about doing the same or anything like that, but I just really thought this was important to share with you. So thank you for watching. I'm going to show you really quick what this portal looks like. I just realized I have this window up. I don't know, I guess you guys can see it. So this is the Arlan's Academy. You sign up, have a link with a code, or yeah, I guess so, that I'm going to put in the notes. And then if you click on that, I get some commission for it because she has an affiliate program for anyone who signs up if they pass it along. So that's one of the things I'm trying. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So, and I wouldn't do anything like this if it's not something I don't already really believe in and use. So that's just so you know. So yeah, so this is her website for Arlan's Academy. And so what you would do is you would get a login after you signed up. Like I said, it's $30 for 1 month, no obligation, no commitment, like basically risk-free, right? Like what do you have to lose? And so let me show you really quick, a little sneak peek is like when you log in, this is the course curriculum. Okay, there's like a little intro video here, and do you see on the side the bar, it tracks your progress. So you just start at the beginning. It's like a 3-minute message from Arlan, and then you can introduce yourself and inside this community or whatever. And as you can see, like you can pick and choose what you want, right? I mean, you're supposed to, it's designed to go in chronological order or whatever, right? And to build a little bit. So try not to like skip steps, but I think they're all important and they're all designed to be, they're here for a reason, right? So here is this, if you're like, why do I need $1 million, right? Like if that's you, then this is your section. This is where you start. You're like, nobody needs that amount of money. It's like, listen to what she says about this, about why, and see whether that challenges anything about the way you think about it. And so there's a couple things here, and then you, if you're ready to go, you're starting at $0 and you want to make your first $1,000. This is what you do. You start here, right? There's like, you start from scratch, literally start from scratch. You don't even have an idea, right? And so, and there's transcripts in here. She walks you through everything. So there's like audio here. When you're all done, you hit complete and continue, and it takes you to the next one. And you can do this at your own. Oh, look, hi, Tiffany, the budgetnista. She recommends certain books. There's Jamila Souffrance, Your Journey to Financial Freedom, which is also a really, really, really good book. I've picked up so many books because Arlan's recommendations, and it's really great for your library. So if you're looking for that, you'll get that. I find it really helpful to have the transcript to go along with everything. So once you're done here, you're just going to walk through and you can make comments at the bottom. You can read what other people had to say about it. So you go step by step, and as you're done, the little circles like fill up so you know where you were and what you've already done and what you need to do. And when you're done with that first $1,000, you move on to the $1,000 to $10,000, and you go through the steps again, right? There's these bonuses in the middle that you can, like this Unleashing AI ChatGPT is really, really good. I suggest if you're kind of like not fond of that, or you shy away from it, or you just haven't had good experiences or whatever, I really suggest, this is all part of everything that you'll get for your $1 a day or whatever. I suggest that course for sure. And so you're just gonna go all the way down, and then you hit the 10,000 to 100,000, right? So you're going up to 6 figures. And see, you can start at any of these. If you are at 6 figures, you're at 100,000, but you want to make it to $250,000, this is where you start, right? But there's other things in there though. Sorry for the banging. Getting my roof fixed. Chimney, whatever. And you can skip around. You do not have to do this in order. In fact, there have been times when I've gone on and stuff, and then I've been like, what was that again? I'll go back and look again. And then sometimes where I'm like, okay, no, I'm nowhere near that right now in my business, but I want to read the case study about this, right? Or I want to skip ahead and be like, I don't know, I get right with your accounting and taxes, right? Like that could be relevant to my business right now. And so you can go look at anything you want. It's just designed this way to sort of flow, but there are no restrictions. And then look, here's the $250,000 to $1 million here, right? And so there's lots of expert like interviews and stuff with experts, and there's all these extra free resources that she links to. And like I said, she keeps updating. Anyway, so this has been long, and I'm going to stop this now. But again, if you have any questions, let me know. And like I said, I'll put everything that I talked about in the links in there. And if you have any comments or thoughts or any questions even, please reach out. I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know. And I'm going to probably be talking about other people who are really helpful soon too. But this is my first one in my series. So, all right, take it easy.